The villain from Rebel Moon. No. No way it was that guy. You're talking about the... No, the villain in Rebel Moon. Wasn't that the guy from Deadpool? No way. I don't think... Is that true? Someone check that. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. I thought it was a different actor who was Flash Thompson in Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, what's up, Red? Red's in my chat. No invite? I'm talking to Aaron right now, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been streaming because of, yeah, I have school and personal stuff going on, and I haven't been feeling great.
Please don't let this be what I think it is.
Yeah, wrong. He looks like him, but there's no way. Yeah, I knew. I was like, what? I'm like, now that you think about it, I'm like, the guy does look kind of similar, but...
This key card won't get me in.
Yeah, they're gonna get a bigger name actor anyway to play. No. Who could... I mean, who could play a Flash Thompson in the Sony movies? Yeah. He's a veteran and stuff like that. Which, by the way, wouldn't that imply that Peter Parker is a grown adult in this Sony universe? DCU, yeah. Well, I think the reason why is because of Marvel. Marvel, but I think they have a deal where I have a feeling Sony can't use Spider-Man without Marvel's approval. That's my guess. Because there is that I'm not sure if you remember this, but back in 2018 there was a rumor that Tom Holland was going to be in Venom, and Marvel said no to it because they didn't want him to be. Yeah. I mean, personally, I think it's better Spider-Man stays out of this stuff because we're so far removed from it, and at this point too, if they were to introduce Spider-Man late into this, it would be like, why wasn't he just like, to be honest, I feel like Venom 3 should have been, Spider-Man should be in it. Yeah, but that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even like... Yeah, but he's like, how does he even... Like, why is Morbius want even revenge on Spider-Man, a person he's never met in his life? It just makes no freaking sense. Yeah. I mean, if there was Spider-Man in that universe, that would make some sense, but he never mentioned it, so who really even knows?
My keycard isn't high enough clearance.
Yeah. I just feel like, why is it taking Sony and Marvel so long to... Like, why can't Marvel... basically like help with the creative process of hiring people and then let Sony make the movie? So it's like Marvel, because remember in the beginning, because this is so confusing, remember what's her name, Amy Pascal, okay, I was gonna say someone else, but yeah, Amy Pascal was saying, she said that the Sony movies would be like adjacent to the MCU and that it would be in the MCU, but the MCU would never reference them. And then Kevin Feige just looked at her and he said, "What?" And then she was like, "Yeah, that's our plan, right?" And then he just like, you know, waved her off. But I'm either guessing he didn't want that to be known because they never talked about it again. But I just feel it's kind of weird, like, why would Marvel not be involved with any of this stuff, I feel like. Yeah. Well, that's also another thing too. Would Sony and Marvel have two Spider-Man movies competing with each other? Would they ever do that? I mean, we are getting a Spider-Man show, but that has really nothing to, you know what I mean? So I'm curious. Yeah, it's gonna be its own separate universe. So I have no clue what Marvel is.
Back where I started.
They don't believe. Wait, what? Because Disney believes they don't need Spider-Man in the MCU right now. That's crazy. I think that's insane, but I mean, I can understand why they might think that. I mean, they don't own the movie rights, so they, I mean, why sit there and be like, well, we need the character when you're never going to get back the character? Right now? Right now? I mean, Spider-Man, Deadpool, I think could make another billion. Definitely the OG Avengers if they ever came back, which at this point we might as well say they are coming back. I mean, I think there are some. I think the MCU could definitely pull out a guaranteed billion. I think it's diminishing over time though. Like, oh, yeah, I really do think that too. I feel like. Oh, damn, am I in a loop? Oh, shit. Okay, I'm definitely in a loop.
Shadow is here.
Shit. Damn, I missed. Oh, shit. What the hell? Where's the camera? Alan Wake 2. Yeah, I'm trying to finish it off. The DLC, at least. But the bloodstain, this is really... Sorry, I've never been, like, super low on health in this game. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Say that again? No, X-Men... Well, Deadpool and Wolverine is the first X-Men movie to make $1 billion, so I feel like there's a possibility that the MCU X-Men can make $1 billion for sure. So I would say X-Men is definitely something that they have too. I don't know how long it will last, but I think the MCU does have a couple of things. It's just whatever they're doing right now, like as I said on that previous stream, I don't know what they're thinking with releasing all these TV shows and movies again. It's like, are they... Because to me it seems like maybe they're overly confident from Deadpool and Wolverine, which I think is stupid. It was just one fucking movie. Like, you need a series of movies to perform well to justify it. Yeah. Would then push it back. Push it between... I would push back... I mean, at this point, Thunderbolts and Captain America, like, the movies could stay. The TV shows, they need to push back. Daredevil could stay for sure. Ironheart... Is Ironheart going to be in the Avengers movies? If not, they could push that to next year. Wonder Man, they should push to next year. It should have been out... Yeah, it should have been really out last year, in my opinion. Because at this point... Maybe, but wasn't the rumor that they...
Shadow is here.
Yeah, it was filmed a long time ago. Oh shit, okay, there's some ammo here. I'm like forgetting that this is Alan Wake and not Silent Hill, so I'm like playing it wrong. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I mean, Captain America doesn't sound like it's gonna be good. Especially if they're reshooting it again, like... Damn, I'm sucking right now, like, holy. I mean, I don't understand... I feel like him being Captain America was definitely not a great idea. Like at all. I don't understand what was the whole rationale behind it, because first off, Anthony Mackie is not a leading man actor, at least so far for movies. And to fill the role of Chris Evans, I mean, he's the only. Okay, I'm trying to think. We do have She-Hulk, but there's still Hulk. Is there another legacy character that I'm forgetting about, like that's in the MCU? Because I'm pretty sure Captain America's the only one who got the mantle passed to him, right? We didn't get a new Thor, really. That Thor's dead. Maybe, but I mean, again, but as a movie, like we didn't get that. We never got another. I mean, Ironheart is not even really another Iron Man. I guess maybe yes, you can say that because, I mean, Tony was dead and that's how she came. But again, but we saw Ironheart, and to be honest, there was really no mention of Tony Stark whatsoever with her character. So, I mean, we're gonna have to wait for the show to see that. Even Bucky becoming Captain America, I just don't really like. I think the simple solution was keep Old Man Cap. Like, what was the problem with Old Man Cap? That's the thing I don't understand. Yeah, just either if Chris Evans doesn't want to play the character, you know, I'm just gonna die here. Just die, cause I'm not really. My head is like messed up. I think they should have either recast Chris Evans if he didn't want to be involved, get an older actor who looks like him, and just let him continue on as Old Man Cap, like a Captain America 4 that was almost like a Logan style. I think that would have definitely made $1 billion, 100%. Especially if it was like him slowly. I mean, I guess you'd have to do Chris Evans for that, but if it was just a modern day old man Steve with a new actor that's, you know, maybe an A-list actor, and you could do one movie, I think that would be a pretty good idea. So I just don't know. I feel like we'll see if this movie does well. I was thinking it was gonna do well. The trailer did look good. Then all those rumors started coming out. I mean, there was the reshoots too. So you know. So right now, I don't really know how well that movie's gonna do. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Yeah.
Shadow is here.
Yeah, I know Marvel does that, but it seems like they aren't super confident in the movie, and they're really trying hard to finish it. Right. I mean, I would say Agatha's like a mild hit, yeah. Or, yeah. It is reviewed decently. I think it did perform better at the final episode, but I still didn't see it yet. No, it's no Penguin, that's for sure, yeah. Yeah, Penguin is another freaking level, that's for sure. Oh, what the heck is this? Damn. I need ammo. Frick. I think they got way I don't know, I think they got way too complicated. They introduced way too many characters. They I mean, and also too that yeah, way too many shows, way too many movies. They really should have just slowed down. Yeah, they really, I don't know. I'm kind of screwed. I think I wasted all my ammo. Yeah, I don't even think it matters. Yeah, I would say so. Penguin is just I mean I think the problem I love Daredevil. Daredevil is definitely one of the best comic book shows, but I think the issue was it had way too many episodes. It really should have been like 9 episodes in my opinion. Like yeah, we'll have to see what Disney does with yeah, I mean Echo was mature, but it was more because they added CGI blood into it to make it edgy. That's really it. Yeah, I mean I would say that was more of a soft R for sure. Yeah, that. Yeah, but like that doesn't make something just because you swear and cuss like no, you have to put way more effort into that. Cuz if that was the case, I mean like geez, like yeah, the Kingpin is definitely an unhinged character, but that last episode of what they did with Penguin was just like holy shit, right? Like that guy's really a fucking yeah. I saw the I already saw episode 6. But yeah, so today, I mean, like I said, I wasn't having a great day today, so I just took a freaking break and just watched the show. Yeah. I still feel really anxious though. That's what, you know, I was telling you, but yeah, I mean, I honestly, even, you know what, I'm gonna pause and then talk and then we can, yeah, the show, I mean, in my opinion, the show, the reason why I like it is because, one, I feel like we haven't gotten a show that is just strictly about a straight up villain. Like, seeing the character become who they are. And again, like, even with the movies, the closest we got was the Joker. And personally, the Joker's not this show. This show is way better than the Joker. No, this guy, I think what's interesting is that he's just, I mean, well, yeah, he's a mama's boy, and he wants to, you know, prove to his mother that he's worth something, and that's, you know, and he's willing to do anything of what it takes, even killing his own brothers, which that was very, very, very dark, and I liked, and then also too, what I liked about the episode was when he, yeah, from the start, I mean, he locks his brothers in the sewer. When the rain is coming down, they end up drowning in there. Which, by the way, even for kids, that was stupid, but like to lock them in was insane. I mean, I also will say he is a kid too, but yeah, that was very dark for sure. Yeah, the thing is, like, you could kind of tell and this is what I kind of liked about it. It wasn't just he's an evil kid. It was more like, I'm going to fuck with my brothers, and he locks it in, and then he kind of assumes that they're going to get out, which I thought at least kind of shows, hey, again, he's a kid. He's not you know, kids will do something like that, unfortunately, right? Not all kids, but there are kids who do that and they don't really understand what they were doing. Like, they thought it was all fun and games and then someone's dead, right? So I like that element too. And then at the ending, when he jumps into that same sewer to save himself, that kind of really shows you, that was like a great way of just showing you that his character, he's, you know, he will kill people in the same way and then he'll end up saving himself in a very similar way, right? Just like how, you know, he is killing Maroney's family, yet here he is kind of crying about his mother being killed, right? And you know it. Yeah, and then you could also see that too with Sophia, because again, and I also wonder this too, because I was like, oh, you're gonna put that same little girl in that same scenario that you were. You just become the same person as your father, right? Which is ironic, right? So even though you were like, well, I'm a woman and I'm being oppressed by my father, you try to frame me and all this stuff, and then in reality you just became the same thing that you hated in him, right? Where he's killing all these women and, you know, you're killing all these people. So it's like, you know, what's really the difference with her? I also have a feeling this probably won't happen, but I feel like it would be nice if she killed that psychologist. Yeah, which by the way, that guy was in Luke Cage. I'm not sure if you remember that actor. Yeah, he's in a couple of others. So I remember him from Luke Cage, but yeah. Nah, I don't think so. And that doesn't even really make sense. Because it's like, if that was the case, why is he like... Oz, who got... Wait, say that again? I don't think so either. I don't think she knows that. Right. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Right. No, I don't think she knows either. Yeah, we never really got to see what happened to them, so it was nice that they showed us, and yeah, it's like he was responsible. Well, they were obviously, well, yeah, they died right in the sewer right there, and their bodies just... No, I don't. I mean, did they ever say that they found their bodies? I assume they probably didn't, because it's like, where would they look? Yeah, I don't think they found those kids. I don't think so. Right. Yeah, and it's also interesting too because, you know, this is another thing that I like. It's like he took out his brothers just like how he's taking out his competition. You know, and that's how he saw his brothers, that they were just competition competing for his mother's attention. Yeah, and that's what these mobsters are doing too, right? His mom wants this. Even when she was in the Falcone house, she's like, "Oh, it's, you know, it's all black. It's not colorful. It doesn't look lived in." And it's like you people are just, you know, wasting your talents and stuff. Like, you could tell that obviously she despises these people. And yeah, it's just, you know, and but here's also another thing too that's interesting. It's like, you know, now that we know that he killed his brother, it makes me think, why did he take in Vic? That's one thing where I'm kind of a little confused about, or I kind of want to see where that goes, because I feel like there's no way they would kill Vic in the last episode. Could that be the twist? Yeah, but would he care? Because it's like we saw him. He didn't kill the kid, but he, you know, he was in the beginning, the first episode. He let that kid die. So you gotta wonder. That would honestly, I feel like that would make him a really true villain. I mean, yeah, we saw him kill his brothers and do all this shit, but I feel like he built such a relationship with Vic that it would definitely be fucked up to kill him in the ending. If that's what, like, to save himself, that could be interesting. I think that would be, I don't know if that will happen, but if it does, I wouldn't mind it. Which is sad, because I do like Vic. Yeah. I had a feeling it was a bomb. I was like, it's not her dead body. It's a bomb for sure. Yeah, that was also too, like, Maroni just dying from a heart attack was also, yeah, because you know, it's like he didn't really kill him. He was not gonna kill him for sure. You know, that guy's massive. He was gonna beat the shit out of him. Yeah, so he would have beat the shit out of him and he would have been fucking dead. Right. Yeah. Is she dead? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's gonna die. Man, I feel like I don't have ammo to finish this. Yeah. Well, I mean, she wasn't in the 7th episode. Yeah, you do see... I mean... Yeah, you were bringing up about the Clayface stuff. I didn't really get that impression in this episode. Like, I feel like she... I mean, the reveal that, oh, yeah, Penguin did do this to her, and... or, you know, what he did to Sophia. The thing is, I guess, yeah, he probably did snake her out, because it's like, if he did all this other shit, why wouldn't he? But I just feel like it would be, I think it would be very ironic if he didn't. I think it would just add something, a little more layers to the show, where it's like, oh yeah, he did all this shit, but he didn't do this one thing. I think... No, he didn't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is just that, but I've always got the impression like maybe he didn't snitch on her. I don't know. So, I guess it is just that he did snitch on her, but I don't know. Something makes me feel like he didn't. We'll have to see. I feel like I don't know how they could explain that in the last episode, but Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Degrassi brings up the good point. Like, yeah, she had all the costumes and the wigs and the, yeah, but I mean, like, in terms of being like a villain, I'm not sure just yet, like, how that would play out. Like, would she come back to Penguin's side and then try to like snake him out? Right. But maybe that would be in the Batman Part 2, because I'm also curious to how this leads into the Batman Part 2, because they keep saying it's going to lead into Batman Part 2, but does that mean it's just that, you know, within succession, or is there something at the ending of the show that is a big deal for the next movie? That's what I want to know.
Should be the last one.
Good. I think that's a good idea. if that's the case, I think the next, I think you need to do a Scarecrow show. That's the character that I think we need next, to be honest. I think if Scarecrow is still a psychologist or a psych, or what do you call it? Or you mean Jonathan Crane? Yeah. Right.
What is that?
Hmm. I think Hugo Strange can be involved. I just don't think he would be like a big name for a show. Penguin is a well-known villain, so that's makes sense to do that. Hmm. 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 Right.
Won't open without power.
I think if you do a Scarecrow, like my idea would be do a Scarecrow show because he is a well-known Batman villain who hasn't really been explored even well enough in the comics. So, and I also think you could set that in Arkham Asylum. You could still do an Arkham show, but it's him either experimenting on the patient slowly, but like maybe for a specific reason. Then you can bring in Hugo Strange as like the head of the, Arkham Asylum and stuff like that. Mm, right. Yeah, I feel like it would be nice to see more of these villains set up in a way that makes them just like, yeah, we people always said that Batman. How do you do? Well, I mean, well, yeah, he would be like Hannibal Lecter, just like in yeah, where he's someone that's like predicting certain events and things like that. Yeah, I could definitely see Calendar Man in it. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think Victor is Victor Zaz though. I don't really see it. I think that's just I think he's just a kid that, yeah, he's lost and he doesn't know what to do. Yeah, I like him. Yeah, he's in Superman. Yeah.
You again.
Yeah, Victor Zaz was in, yeah.
Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Yeah, he was. He was. I don't remember him that much in that movie, but yeah.
They say
Mm,
clear communication is the key to any relationship.
right.
You and I have some work to do there.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, what did I just say? Scarecrow. Scarecrow for sure. I even thought of when they were doing the mushrooms. That's also a character that I thought of. I thought of.
Do the people here do this to you?
I mean, I could see Pam, like, I could see Poison Ivy as a drug dealer who's part of this thing too, yeah. No. But she can definitely control hallucinogens and things like that. I think that could be interesting.
You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, I think it could be interesting to do
Marmonts.
a lot. I think there's a lot more with this show. Yeah, I would definitely look at some more well-known Batman villains, but they haven't gotten the chance to really be explored in depth. And I know, yeah, Scarecrow, we obviously got him in Batman Begins, but I don't know. I think they could do a lot more. And I only say this because I feel like Arkham Knight was kind of a realization that they don't really do a lot of stuff with Scarecrow. I don't know why, because if you really think about it, Scarecrow uses the same tactic as Batman. He uses fear to, so it's like, why haven't they really gone more in depth? Now, there's been cases where they would have him be kind of like exploring, like he's almost like Batman's psychologist. I remember there's this one arc where he's like studying him in this way, but like, I don't know, they don't really use Scarecrow to the degree of other villains. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that was more of a creative way of using Scarecrow for sure.
Access denied.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more
Yeah.
chaotic this one got. Clearly,
Yeah, Mad Hatter
this
too
was
for
the
sure,
call to
yeah.
break the
Mad
threshold,
Hatter would be a
but
cool character too.
something was wrong.
Hmm.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please
Mhm.
remain calm. Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
Mhm.
Shoot it. Hope that glass is thick.
Mhm. No, yeah. They really, I mean, it's also just they don't have the writing to do it, but I don't think Marvel wants to do something as edgy like this. You know, this really requires you to, I mean, because it's complex, because yeah, and they will never really the MCU, like at this point, even with Daredevil, I'm not even really expecting what we got with that original show. Yeah. Yeah, she was nuts. Yeah.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
No, I mean, it doesn't really need to. I think the Batman will probably win some technical awards. It would have to. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know if it will, because the Oscars are very picky. That's the thing. The Emmys are a little bit more generous. Yeah, not. But it has. That's the thing. I mean, I don't know. The Oscars is weird. So maybe, but like I said, the Oscars are very weird. So I wouldn't count on it. Mm. Hmm. Well, if it gets big box office, if it gets really glowing reviews, maybe and they would say, oh, it rivals. I mean, if you the thing is, I hate when people do this, but when they go, if they ever go, oh, this is like better than The Dark Knight, maybe then. Yeah, I mean that's probably a given. Yeah. Hmm. For 2026. Yeah, there's. Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's a guarantee, right? Hmm. I think that yeah, the quality is there. I mean, it's not like the last movie. The last movie was close. 700 is not nothing to sneeze at. Hmm. Yeah, but I mean those are not. I mean those aren't really big areas, but it did open in China though. It did open in China. Yeah. No, it's a good show in my opinion. Like the character work that they're doing with the Penguin, it makes him like I said, you want to now see him go up against the Batman because they've established him in a way where now you're. I like, and they do it in the show too. It's like, who do you really root for? Because everybody's such a. Yeah, and the problem is though, obviously people are gonna root for Batman, but I feel like they gotta throw some shades of gray in there because all of this is really shades of gray because you're seeing all how all these characters are been sort of traumatized, and that's why they are who they are. Yeah, but I know people are gonna say, well, it's Batman and stuff, right? But yeah. No, and I mean to be fair, again, and I think this is a problem I said like when I finally watched all the show, I would say the biggest problem with the show is you don't it does not feel like it's only been a week since the events of the Batman, which I think it feels like a year, especially all the stuff that happened to Vic. It feels like How did Vic get over this within a week? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, yeah, he's like scrapping and doing all this stuff, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like there was a lot of time for him to mourn and grieve and like what exactly has he been doing? Like we know he's obviously been robbing and working for Squid, and then he eventually kills Squid, but I mean it's just a street name, but yeah, but Warren White is like isn't he albino? Isn't he an albino? I believe so. I could be wrong, but I thought he was. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. They don't really need to just put in all these Easter eggs from the comics just to have it there. That because it's not really the focus. I think it would take like Grace was, Grace was like, this is not really a good comic book show because it doesn't have Easter eggs. And you're like, who the fuck really cares? I mean, it's a good show because it's about compelling characters who are doing all these different decisions. Did you forget what TV is about? Like, I mean, you don't like Easter eggs or what? To be honest, the Easter eggs are really only there for hardcore fans. I don't think really any casual person cares about Easter eggs. Maybe they might notice some things here and there, but they're way more. Their attention is on the story. It's not what's in the background or oh my god, this character name dropped this. Unless even then, I don't even like that kind of stuff because I feel like it's been done to death, especially with Marvel, and it's not very compelling in my opinion. It doesn't add anything anymore because as we know, it doesn't lead to anything. And when they do these name drops, it's kind of like whatever, like who really cares? Like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like I don't really I don't know. I think they need to find another way. I mean, James Gunn has said it himself. It's like cameo porn, this Easter egg porn. It's they need to just stop doing it. At first, it was cool because it felt like they were finally realizing we can set up these things. They can be explored further in other movies and shows. Now we know for a fact that they don't do that. They don't care. On top of that, too, it never really leads to anything. And it's really just there to be like, hey, look, guys, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It doesn't add anything whatsoever. No, yeah, I feel like that's the case.
On. Nope.
Yeah, Marvel brain rot for sure, yeah. Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. 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 Right.
Damn it. That's not right.
Yeah, because now they wanted the territory, but I feel like that's not going to be the case in this, because the Joker, I think, is going to be more of a wild card. He's someone, if you at the ending of Scott Snyder's run, this is what I'm gonna, my theory of how it might potentially play out. I'm not saying it's going to be exactly like this, but the idea of what it could be. I think the finale or the final part of the Batman will be Batman versus the Joker. And in the ending of Scott Snyder's run, or not run, it's not Endgame, yeah, the Endgame part where everybody's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like all hell has broken loose. And so it's like kind of like a playground for the Joker, so the Joker and Batman can have an interaction. And I think it would be really cool to have like this gang war in the background, and that explores Batman's relationship with the Joker, because remember, we don't know their relationship. We know that they have a relationship and it's established, but we don't know how. So I think they can do a lot of stuff with that. It is, yeah, he caught him, but how did he catch him? Why was he, what was he doing? How come we never see any sort of references to the Joker if it was a big deal? So I think there's some stuff that could be explored, and to be honest, this is like the time where I would allow something that is not comic book accurate, because I feel like they could do something that's more unique and fresh. That's why I'm not against the Batman. You know, like a lot of people are like, hey, this is not, unless it's part of the DCU, then I'll change my stance. But as it currently stands, I'm not, this is my take, right, on all this stuff. I don't understand. We got so many iterations of Batman. Yes, we haven't really gotten a comic book accurate Batman per se, but the DCU will be the closest one in terms of like the fantastical elements, all the stuff that people have been begging for. If they do a DCU Batman, it's going to be there. But what I don't understand is the Batman is like an Elseworld story. It's like someone coming on to do their own take on the character, and yet people are so like against that idea. And it's like, can we just, no, I don't, you mean in terms of a comic book accuracy? Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I thought you were gonna say more like an Elseworld. I don't really agree with that part, but yeah, but they didn't do that, obviously. But I think the thing is, yeah, now I'm like, it really depends on where they do comic book accuracy. I think comic book accuracy is very, like, there should be a scale. Like, if you're gonna do something comic book accurate, it needs to at least have the same ideas of what is in the comics or stuff that people like. But there's a degree of where you could take it. You could be 1-to-1, or you could do your own thing and play around with it. Because what's the point of doing an adaptation if you're just going to do 1-for-1? I don't think that's very interesting. It might be interesting for people who've never read the comics, but I want something that's different. I want you to play around with some stuff, play with some ideas, because a lot of the stuff that's in the comic, it's not perfect. Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's the most comic book accurate for sure, but it also does its own thing too. That's what I'm saying. For Batman, I feel, you know, with other characters, we haven't really seen a lot of different takes on other characters besides Spider-Man and Superman. But outside of those characters, in all honesty, I feel like Batman is the character, even in the comics, is way more interesting when a different writer comes on and does their own thing. Sometimes it's not successful, sometimes it is. But that's perfectly fine, because the character to me at least, the reason why I think a lot of people like Batman is because there's so much potential of what you could do in terms of story. Do you want a fantastical story? Well, you could do that with Batman. Do you want a gritty, dark story? You could do that with Batman. Do you want something that's campy and bold and crazy? You could do that with Batman. Yeah, you could do something horror. You could do really, like, he's one of those characters that you could do whatever the hell you want with him, and most of the time people will kind of accept it, as long as it's good, of course, obviously, right? So, yeah, I mean, if you look at, I mean, here's a perfect example. Grant Morrison has written all different types of Batman stories. He's written very fantastical, campy Batman stories, and then he does something like A Serious House, where it's just like it's not even really a Batman story. Like, Batman's there in the background, and it's more about Arkham Asylum and the history of the Arkham family. That's something they could explore too in the Batman if they really want to. That's something they did in the games a little bit. That was the kind of background story if you were reading the notes and stuff. So, you know, I'm okay with them molding and changing certain things. I mean, the Penguin is a perfect example of them changing and molding things that are not like the comic. Like, this is not one-to-one a Penguin accurate version, you know what I mean? So I don't know. That's just my take on it, at least. I like the story. I like the show. I think the show is super compelling. I think they have some very interesting characters, and every episode my jaw is almost on the ground. I'm like, oh my god, this is freaking crazy what they're doing, and it makes for good TV. I feel like people forgot what good TV is. It's just, you know, you put the character in all these peril and danger, they do dumb shit, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, that's called entertainment. So, and I also think they have a lot of interesting ideas too. So that's why I think it's a great show. It does everything that I would want in a show. So, you know. Hmm. I'm not sure. I mean, people have seen the last episode. They said Batman's not in it, so we'll see. Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Damn it.
Hmm.
Come on.
Hmm.
That's not right.
I just think Batman is, not to say I don't like Superman, it's just, I think over time I've become, like, you know, sometimes you revisit things and you look at it from a different perspective. So every time I go back to certain Batman medium, I start to see stuff that I can more relate to and understand more. And I think he's just, I think the reason why he is so relatable, even though he's a character who's very well off, he beats up criminals, he has all the gadgets and stuff, it's that it's a very simple story of something terrible happened to them, and instead of them going in the total opposite direction of, my parents are killed, so I'm gonna do terrible, unspeakable things, they instead try to do something positive of it, which I think is a very good message. I think that's something people should realize no matter what happens in life, right? Hmm. Well, I think it's both because that's how Spider-Man was created. Spider-Man was created from both Superman and Batman. That was Stan Lee's inspiration. Well, isn't that I kind of ironic that that's the case in what is Marvel's most popular character, Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man is very much in the middle of those two characters. There's a lesson there for sure with Spider-Man. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I think Daredevil's also a very compelling character too. There's certain characters I think they just have. Yeah, the Punisher too. I would agree. I think there's just some characters they have a very relatable story, and even though they're superheroes, people can relate to them. I mean, people kind of forget that superheroes are a moral type of story. There's a lesson to be learned, and I feel like, and this is one of my biggest criticisms of the MCU overall, is I feel like with every movie there's not really a moral core to the movie. It's sort of just the same standard superhero stuff, and it's like, if that's the case, why do we have a Captain America? Why do we have an Iron Man? Why do we have all these different characters existing? No, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the why do we have all of these characters in the universe if they don't stand for something that's different to them, right? What makes them unique? It's not just their powers, it's what they're actually doing with their powers. That's what makes them who they are. That's makes Iron Man, and Captain America, right? And those you can't, Captain America can't be Iron Man, right? So I feel like that's kind of forgotten. People just don't realize that. They're just focused on the way the character looks and acts and their powers. Yeah, Spider-Man is the only character I feel like still has a, because I mean that's what made the character popular. 25. Okay. Hmm.
Nope. Come on. That's not right.
Maybe I think, and I keep saying this, I think when the movie comes out, I will come back and say I was wrong or right, but I have a feeling that's what James Gunn is going to do. He's going to put a new moral stance on Superman for contemporary time. And the thing is, that's what the Russo brothers did with Captain America, because remember, some people don't remember this, Captain America was not a very well liked character when the first Avengers movie came out. People thought he was boring and corny. He was not a very popular character. The other characters, Iron Man, not so much Thor, but Iron Man was way more popular than Captain America. But it was the Winter Soldier that really did reestablish Captain America as, how can he be a badass character and still keep his moral foundations? And I think James Gunn has kind of clued in, oh, that's what you need to do with Superman. Superman is a character who you can't really change his moral structure, as we saw with Zack Snyder, because you kind of lose the character's essence. So how do you make him compelling? Well, you have to figure out ways where the character stays the same, but the things around him are extremely different, and now you start to see, how is Superman going to act under these conditions? That to me would make a compelling Superman story. And that's why when people say they can't do a Superman movie, I don't believe that. That's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap. Like, people are just not seeing that you can make something there that is compelling, that is making Superman not just some, the blue Boy Scout who doesn't change his mind. You could do something far more compelling and still retain what he is. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I believe in James Gunn. Because his comments, if you've seen his comments recently, he sounds like he kind of is aware of the problems with the genre. Like, the more deeper criticisms of what I'm trying to say here. Because there's other problems with it, of course. But storytelling-wise, I think there is a massive problem. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if the next 4 years there isn't a lot of comic book movies. Like, I could really see in the next 4 years we start to phase out of it because of this. Yeah, they're stupid. Like, it's eventually, if we're still getting 3 movies in 2027, 2028, it's eventually gonna blow up in their faces again, and then they're gonna realize. Yeah. 4 movies is way too much. Yeah, it shouldn't even.
Damn it. Nope.
Yeah, 2017, yeah. And that was only because of Spider-Man. No, but they had 3 movies, yeah. Yeah, and then Ant-Man. Yeah.
That's not right.
I'm losing my mind with this password. I know no one's watching me here, but my God, this password here, like. Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, if you see too, he's almost visually becoming that kind of decrepit, old man looking kind of character, with the coat on and all that stuff. His mother? Yeah.
Come on.
No, he doesn't like the name, which is fine. I think that's fine because it's gonna be used against him for sure.
Damn it. Nope.
Right. Yeah, yeah. That works.
That's not right. Come on. Damn it.
I'm not sure. Say that again?
Nope.
Hmm. 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 Yeah, for sure.
That's not right.
Man, this one is driving me up the wall. Like, how am I supposed to figure this out? Well, what did Degrassi say? Oh, made him an arms dealer and Suicide Squad comic. Okay, that's interesting. So that was like, what was that? What when was that? The early '80s or late '70s? Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, I'm tripping. Uh, a week, if today is the 14th, a week from now, what would it be? The 21st, correct? Okay, what the hell is wrong with this puzzle? I'm freaking confused. The date is supposed to be 9/20/21/25, and I'm not getting the puzzle. So, oh my god, my brain is not. No, it's in the game. It's in the game. It's a date because I'm trying to get the password here. I did want to rant about some other stuff because I'm technically streaming too, but there weren't. I wanted to rant about how like are people. This is more gaming related. Like when it comes to review scores, people are really losing their minds because last week, and I said this too, I thought it was kind of shady that all of a sudden Dragon Age has gotten all these good reviews, but every review that I sit through and watch, they're like naming out a lot of negatives, and honestly, it doesn't really sound like a great game. And I did look at some cutscenes, and I was like, wow, this is shockingly bad, a shockingly poorly written game. I don't know about the combat. The combat looked fine. I don't really care about that. I'm not really a Dragon Age guy. I still got Dragon Age Inquisition. Maybe I'll play it one day on stream. But I do like BioWare. I like Mass Effect. So I mean, yeah, it's just the writing is so bad where I've never actually seen a AAA game. You know, people always talk about. People are always talking about woke and all this crap, right? But this is the first time where I really saw a game that was just so like on the nose and just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like one of the most awkward conversations about trying to convince this guy about diversity, and it was about drinking coffee, and it was just like, what the fuck am I listening to? It was just like, what? Yeah, it was like, what the hell am I listening to? Anyway, so people were all up in arms about that. IGN, all these places gave a good review. So today we got the reviews for Mario and Luigi, and IGN gave it a 5 out of 10, which is pretty shocking. I don't remember the last time they gave a low score to a Nintendo game. Yeah, this one gave me some pause on buying it, to be honest, because yeah, but I watched the review and the guy made some. I mean, again, if you're going to make some good points of why you shouldn't buy a game, I feel like he made some good points as, oh yeah, I don't know if I really want to buy the game anymore. if I'm hearing this. And then when I go to the positive reviews, they are saying the negative stuff, but they're downplaying it. So I'm like, okay, that is very weird because, yes, people do. Listen, I love Nintendo games, but I'm not going to sit there and pretend people overinflate their scores a little bit. And I'll give you a perfect example of this. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. One of the worst Nintendo games in the last 5 years for sure. Runs bad, the story's bad, gameplay is bad, one of the worst open world games. It doesn't work as an open world game. It's like taking the structure of Pokemon and doing whatever the fuck with it, and it doesn't work. Catching Pokemon is boring, especially when you compare it to Pokemon Legends, which came out in the exact same year, which was a far better, more entertaining game. People were praising that game. They said it was the best Pokemon game. I played the game. I beat the game. The game is one of the worst Nintendo Switch games, period. By far, one of the worst. And people not deserve a 70 something. In my opinion, it should be a 50. That shit should be red. Broken game, broken gameplay. The gameplay is broken. And every time I say, because I went on Reddit one time, and I hate going on Reddit or typing in comments on Reddit because everybody's a snobbish little prick. But this is the thing, right? One of the biggest problems with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the fact that because it's an open world game, you can go to any gym in any order. In theory, that sounds cool. That's what people wanted. In practice, it really doesn't work because if you go to the highest level gym, the game now is broken because you can either, if you wipe the floor with him, you're now, every other gym is now easy as fuck. So now it becomes less about challenge and building up and leveling up, because that was the normal structure. So you can't take the normal structure of a Pokemon game and put it into an open world game. It just fails completely. And every time you mention this to people, they go, yeah, but if you play Skyrim, if you go to the hardest part of the map and you beat people, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, but when you go to if you go to the hardest part in Skyrim or Fallout, your ass is going to get whooped. Even if you do beat them, you're not going to get all of this XP. You're not going to be able to get all this good armor to now go and kill every single person and now the game becomes super easy. No, it's still a grind. You still have to go and progress and do all these missions to unlock stuff, to level up properly. With Pokemon, it doesn't work like that at all. You can catch all the best Pokemon, go to the gym and beat the gym, and that's it. And you can just easily whoop the game. And obviously Pokemon is for kids too, so there is also that. But still, the game is just fundamentally broken, and it's not a fun game. It's just not a fun game. It completely ruined the experience of Pokemon, in my opinion. And if I was a reviewer, I would give it like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. Some good ideas, yes. Poorly executed, boring. You do not want... The story's really bad for a Pokemon game, too. It only gets interesting right at the fucking ending of the game. What in the fuck were they thinking? Anyway, so this is why I say a bad Nintendo game, yes, it's rare, but if someone says, hey, the game performs like crap, the game is hand-holdy, the game is more aimed for kids, there's not a lot of challenge, the combat gets repetitive, it's a very long game, and then on top of that too, it's not even as good as the previous games, I think that's some compelling points. It's not like they sat there and ragged on the game and said, man, it has some of the worst graphics, or this is not like a PS5 game. Or none of the dumb usual things that people would say to knock down a game that they don't like. No, I didn't like those games too. But Pokemon, I'm not sure if you played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but they were bad. They were worse than I mean, it's Sword and Shield. They were, I mean, I played them. It was like a long time since I played a Pokemon game. So when I went to play them, I wasn't like super offended. For sure, it wasn't a top tier Switch game, but it was okay for coming back to Pokemon. Right. Yeah, I'm not on a handheld.
Damn it.
Mhm.
Nope. Come on.
Mhm. They took out. I think it's just because they're Game Freak. They're not like on the DS. They were great developers because they weren't working with a lot of hardware. But when it comes to now this, developing for an actual hardware, a home console, they just don't have it in them. I mean, even the textures graphically, like this is not some of the best looking Switch games. And granted, the Switch isn't the most powerful thing, but Breath of the Wild looks 10 times better, and that game is way more impressive in terms of physics, gameplay, enemy variety, locations. So what excuse do they really have other than, oh yeah, there's a bunch of Pokemon running around? Yeah, but they're running around in like open areas that look like fucking GameCube. Like what exactly is going on there, right? So, and it's just ironic that people are now accusing. They're going, listen, I don't like IGN too. I think IGN sometimes does some misreporting. I don't think and the reviewers that they get, and this is another key thing too, because like there was one, I typed in a comment section, it was like a RGT. Listen, I was pissed when I saw this. I was reading the comments and I was like, man, people are actually stupid. Where they go, well, it's IGN, what do you expect? Well, they're all different reviewers. So why are you bringing up Dragon Age when the guy who reviewed Dragon Age is a different person? So it's like, I don't know what they're thinking or what's going on. And it's like, you can like IGN, but like, you can't be at the same breath when they give a good game that you don't like, oh, what the fuck, right? But when they give a bad score to a game that you wanted, oh, what the hell? What are you doing? So it's subjective. That's the point of the review. You could take it and leave it. Look at the Metacritic score, which I also think the Metacritic score for a game where you're looking through some of this stuff, again, people are either inflating the scores or whatever. It's their opinion. It could be whatever, right? But look at the reviews and make up your own mind. That's why the reviews are there. Right? I still kind of want to play the game, but I don't really want to spend full price on the game. That's my issue. Because the hand-holdiness, the only reason why I'm so off-put by that is because I recently played Plucky Squire. I was very excited for Plucky Squire. Oh, we got Quanzium in my chat. Yeah, Game Freak, it's the same game, and then when they do innovate, it's not a good innovation. But anyway, I wanted to finish this point. The problem with handholdy games, I was just playing Plucky Squire. That game I was very excited for. It's like, to me it looked like, oh, Zelda meets Mario. I was very excited. I played the game. Dude, this game is it's literally Tutorial the video game. Tutorial the video game. Every second they're teaching you something new. And you're like, can I play the fucking game? Why do I have to read the 4 hours that I played, every single just tutorial? And I'm like, the next chapter comes, tutorial. Next chapter, tutorial. I'm like, is there not gonna be a time where I could just play the game? Like, do you gotta stop and teach me something? A boss shows up, now you gotta teach me something new. It's like, and so I'm like, oh my god. So I had to stop playing the game. I was disappointed, and I'm also shocked too. You can't disable the tutorials in Plucky Squire. It's part of the game. It's part of the story. Yeah, every tutorial is literally stop, the characters talk, blah blah blah, they teach you something. And also to the mechanic of it all, I wasn't really liking the whole reading and you got to move the words together, and it's just like, man, this is like a really bad Zelda game. Which, by the way, I say there's really no bad Zelda games. So to make a bad Zelda game is impressive, because it means shit really didn't work. And it's a shame. I was looking forward to that game for the last 3 years. 3 years I was looking forward to Plucky Squire. Was not good. Waste of $40 too. Waste of $40. And that's what I mean. It's hard. Yeah, and then you don't even want to play it. You know, like I just didn't want to play it. I was just like, I'm not gonna deal with this. So I just, the hell is that? Okay. Man, that was weird. Oh, so hold on a second here. Can you hear me? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm live, but I don't know, my someone is calling me. So it's like getting through. I'll have to pick it up after. I didn't want the camera on. I was like, damn, what the fuck? Anyway. Um I didn't even Michelle, yeah, everybody's late. I didn't even really I only came on here. I'm not even really playing the game. You know, I'm not really playing the game. I'm stuck on this puzzle. This password. It's like, am I losing my mind? It says it right here. It's like today's password is the date of our special anniversary plus brown shape with horns. So okay, so here it is, right? Like I'm losing my mind because I'm like, well, I have the numbers, but is the numbers out of order or like am I not paying attention to it properly? So here it is. It says the date, September 14th. Okay, September 14th. Then they say or anniversary, which I nearly forgot was a week from this Friday. Okay, so wouldn't that be the 21st? Now here's the thing. Now, okay, maybe this is where I could be messing up. Maybe that note on the 14th isn't a Friday, and that's what's messing me up. So now I'm trying to get to the TV or the screen here. Today's password is our special unforgotten anniversary. The anniversary. So I have to go all the way down here.
Michelle Obama is a real baddie. Not whatever blinded thinks.
Michelle Obama is a man. Michelle Obama is a man. Say it with me. Michelle Obama is a man. Michelle Obama is a man. Now I'm sure YouTube is gonna flag me now for saying that. Oh yeah, because it's a conspiracy. I mean, if we're talking about the real life Michelle Obama. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So here, the 23rd. You see how I was messing up there? I got it right. Hold on. Let's see. 20. Nope. Okay, hold on. Can't wait for elections. Yeah, elections. So I have a very, very controversial opinion about who's going to win. Lose my two friends. They already know. They already know that I think Trump's going to win. And I only say this because I look at the polls. The polls seem pretty indecisive. I also feel like, you know, yeah, man. But I also feel like, I don't think Kamala Harris has been doing a very good job, in my opinion. And I think that's going to cost her because a lot of the stuff she's been doing, you're kind of like, what are you doing exactly? Like, this to me is like a repeat of 2016. It's like, I don't think that's the case. I just don't think they want whatever Kamala Harris is talking about. That's kind of the issue. That's why I'm like, if tomorrow you see, listen, if you see it says Trump wins, do not be shocked. Do not be appalled. I'm telling you right now, that's very likely to happen. Very likely. I wasn't shocked either. But this time, I think people are going to be more shocked because he was president and we obviously seen the stuff that he did. And that I think people would think, well, he could never get back in. Or at least the people who are outside of America or the people living in the blue states. But that's just my opinion.
That's not right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Who are you talking to?
who am I? Michelle, who am I talking to? I'm talking to Aaron.
Bernie Sanders would have been president in 2016. Democrats fumbled the bag.
No, I think Trudeau would win. Quanzium, I don't believe Bernie Sanders would have won 2016. I think that once they said he's a no in 2016. But I mean, Trump and Biden are the oldest presidents, so I mean, he would be the oldest. Yeah. Hold on, I'm confused. Oh, the 20. Stupid. Oh man. Yeah, technically it did.
Damn it.
Okay, let's try this one. Okay, that was the password. Thank you. You know, I wasn't reading properly, you know, I was all over the place.
US president did slap Pete.
Yeah, and then you have Joe Biden talking about slapping Trump on the ass, and you're like,
You've been stuck on that.
I've never listen. You would hear that phrase for like a baby. You would like spank them, right? Because they're being bad. But it just sounds weird for him to say that. It's like you just want to slap him in the ass is what he said, and you're just like, that's no one says that. No one says that. It's like people would say you want to give him a spanking because he's bad, but even that just doesn't sound right. I'm gonna waste my ammo here. Oh shit, yeah, I don't know what Joe Biden was thinking there.
Joe Biden, we can do this the easy way or the
Yeah, you could tell he's not doing great, yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, well, he's still the president, right? Ah, I died. Joe Biden is the booty warrior, jeez. I really shouldn't be streaming today. It was not a great day.
Area is extremely hostile.
Yeah, but I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Did it reset me? Ah, it reset me all the way. No, did it? I think it did. Alright.
What happened today?
No, I just didn't go to class today. I wasn't doing good today. Yeah.
I met your long lost brother today. Kamala was the sitting president for an hour and Biden attended a colonoscopy. We had a chat in the ancient realm.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, you should see what happened. They said, I don't know if I could say this on stream. I mean, it's a small channel, but still. But apparently P. Diddy molested a minor. That is what he's being accused of, and he did it right. I don't know, the way it was framed in the headline said he did it right after he had an argument with Jennifer Lopez. So was Jennifer Lopez aware of what occurred? I'm confused here. Is the door open? Oh, it is. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's hard to get someone's endorsement when everybody's connected with Diddy.
How your class has been so far? If you didn't go, they giving you hard time.
No, yeah, you know, like, my classes, like, I didn't really want to talk about it on stream, but the problem I have is I'm just so busy with the workload, and I hate the fact that they're giving me one-day assignments because it's really messing me up. Yeah, you gotta finish the assignment one day, and it's like, it's fine, it's not hard or anything, but it's like, I'm gonna commit most of my day to it, and now I can't work on the bigger assignments, right? So it's like, I want to do other stuff, and, you know, it's messing me up, because it's like, I now have to work on all these different, today I'm sucking, today I'm really sucking, I'm not even really paying attention, I really came on here to rant, so if I die thousands of times, just, I'm not paying attention. I finished 2 assignments, But the thing is, I still didn't hand in one of them,
941.
and then there's one that's due like tomorrow. So I'm like, I really can't. I can't. Well, I can't even. The thing is, well, most of my time was literally this weekend, just like spending the entire day working on the two assignments, and it's like, and the thing is, another problem that I have is I've started these assignments way. Again, I have I don't really want to say this on stream. I have a particular issue that I don't really want to talk about. And it's a personal issue. So my personal issue is, I mean, my friends know already, but like, there's a public thing, right? Yeah, I know Michelle Obama knows, but I'm just not going to mention it. It's a personal reason, and it's something that I've been struggling with for a very long time now, and it just messes me up. It really does, and most people don't really understand, but it's like,
Whenever personal issues come into play, Yell Pizza is a vegetable.
Yell Pizza is a vegetable. I mean, so it's like, so now it's like I'm just trying not to care. Is the thicca. Oh man, what else? I mean, I kind of gave. The thing is, Quanzium and Michelle, you guys missed my rant about the whole Mario and Luigi thing. That's really why I wanted to come on and rant, because I saw that and I was just like, man, people are losing their goddamn fucking minds over Mario and Luigi. Like, I did want to play the game. I really did. The 7th, I believe. So yeah, it's coming out in a couple of days. Yeah. The thing that, okay, this is really tripping me up about this part of this DLC, is that it seems like they're giving me the same ammo, like the base game, but the problem is they're throwing way more enemies at me, and it's like they would never throw this amount of enemies at me in Alan Wake or the base game. It was usually like there would be some enemies sprinkled around here, but like this is a wave of enemies, and look how much ammo I have. Yeah, I know I have to, but when you have so many enemies like this, and the other side is locked, I guess I could no, but I've heard people say the final boss of this DLC is very ammo heavy. I did hear people say that the ammo's kind of like messed up a little bit. I can see why. Oh yeah, they're green lighting a Trump assassination movie, which listen, that's the kind of movie though that would make money, unfortunately. Like, not the Apprentice stuff. Like, people want to see sensational shit. Oh, I'm out of fucking health. Oh shit. Chili finger. Wait, they're turning that into a movie? What the hell?
I told him he has to figure it out himself soon.
Hold on, wait, what did Michelle Obama... I'm not paying attention, now everybody's leaving. I'm not paying attention to what Michelle Obama just said. And I didn't see it. Give me a second. Let me go look at what you just said, Michelle Obama. He said, I met your long-lost brother. What the hell? It says, from the screen to the ring to the pen to the king. Yeah, I know I gotta prioritize. A friend of mine was asking for an assignment I completed since he was facing issues. I told him he has to figure it out himself, since it's part of his training to become better. Yeah, my assignments, I don't have a problem with completing them. I just don't have enough time, like I said, of my personal issue. My personal issue makes everything fucking exhaustive. Even sometimes, like, there's days, yeah, I don't really want, like last week, yeah, I just didn't want to come and stream because I was just anxious. There's no way I would come on and stream. I can't even play a game. Yeah, Tony. Which, by the way, why would they have Tony? Like, yeah, out of all, the thing is, like, that was also like some of the stuff that I'm seeing now is like making me realize I'm like, okay, first off, isn't it pretty clear now that Trump is really just there to get publicity? I can't even talk. He's really there to get yeah, I don't know why I can't. I'm not saying the word. Oh my god. But you know what I'm saying? He's there, like every step. He's like he's at McDonald's, then he's at doing the garbage truck stuff after they called him garbage. It's like every response they were saying this guy had some type of comeback, and you're just like, this seems more like marketing genius. He's not. Yeah, well, they're not even talking about policy. They're just talking about. This is why I feel like American politics is way more entertaining, because it's more about entertainment than it is about the policy. No, they're not. They're not hip. They have, like, you got Kamala Harris talking about like, she said some really cringe stuff, and you're just like, what the hell are you saying? I keep dying here, man. I gotta be honest, I'm not even in the mood to really play this game, so I might just sit here and just talk. Cause I'm not in the mood to have dozens of enemies thrown at me in a time. Oh yeah, yeah. What the hell?
Andrew Schultz, Canada elections are in. Where's the match? Blinded. Answer was
I don't know. I mean, yeah, they are making that movie with what's that guy from Transformers? Yeah, Anthony Ramos. Yeah. Which, by the way, I think he's a pretty good actor. He's a pretty good guy. He hasn't been in a lot of stuff though. That's the only thing. Yeah, he is an Ironheart. That's also kind of my fear too. Is like they're not gonna really use him properly. Come on. Oh shit, that guy had the shadow on. But yeah, that Bob the Builder movie, that was just really stupid. Oh, there's another weird. Well, his whole thing is doing that type of stuff though. It's not like that's his whole shtick, is like he's gonna say like the most crude things. So it's like he knew what he was saying by doing that. It's also kind of weird too, in my opinion, that they would have him say that at a political rally. It's a little bit weird, because it's like, I don't think, like, again, I don't believe it's racist, because it's his whole thing. He brings on all different types of comedians of all different races to make these kind of jokes. That's his whole thing, right? Like, his whole podcast is that. So you're like, so that's why it's like, that's why I feel like, yeah, they did that because they know people would be outraged and be pissed off, when in reality it's not true. Like, no, they don't. Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing, and they probably don't even care, because it's like, well, yeah, because they keep talking about him. It's like they don't really get that. I don't understand. Well, I think he doesn't care, right? Because it's like, why would he care? Because then if he does care, he's gonna lose his fan base. Yeah, I agree too, Quanzium. That guy says a lot of crazy shit. That's his whole thing. That was like tame in comparison. But at a political rally, yeah, for sure it looks bad. Well, you don't get him for yeah, you don't get him. I mean, that's like, you know, like even someone like Dave Chappelle. Like, if Dave Chappelle was to stand on the stage, like, yeah, I don't think it would make a ton of sense to do. But at the same time, you're bringing on a person because, of course, they're gonna get headlines. Most people, I don't even think, are even aware of that guy. Like, he's like a well-known comedian, but he's not in movies and stuff. Yeah, maybe Trump should have had Shane Gillis, but Shane Gillis probably doesn't even want to be associated with Trump. That's the thing. Yeah, he would get fired. Yeah, that's the reason why he wouldn't do it. But I bet he would do it, but he would get canceled, so he didn't do it. Yeah, he was almost canceled. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, in all honesty, like, the most safest bet they could have had on there, which it wouldn't have been funny, though, was Joe Rogan. That's, like, the safest bet. Shane Gillis doesn't what? I mean, yeah, also, okay, this is another thing, too, about Kamala Harris, right? This is more of a political thing, and I don't care. I'll talk about whatever on my streams. If it offends people, then, you know, I'm not here to, my intention is not to offend anybody. But I got my friends in the chat, so they already know my opinions. But the thing is, this is more of a very technically political thing. But the fact that Kamala Harris was bragging about Dick Cheney's endorsement is insane. That's insane. It's like, you want to take down Trump so bad that you're willing to ally yourself with people that are despised everywhere. like what do you that's what I'm saying. I just don't understand what they're doing. It is sports. I mean, I'm glad I'm not American, but that's just the truth of it. To everybody outside, this is not how any of our political elections work at all. Even if it's with people that we don't like, it's never like this. Yeah, I agree. Because he did that too. He kind of ran this. It was. This is going to be controversial, but it was very Trump-like. But it was a different time. Because that's when it's like, the internet and the advertisements that Obama did. Like, Trump pretty much stole that playbook. But he turned it into more of, like, entertainment. You know, like actual comedy. Like, that's another thing I think people kind of miss, is the fact that people... I think the reason why Trump gets so many people to like him is because he's funny. Yeah, and he knows how to, like, that's what I'm saying. The guy, they literally, Kamala Harris says she works at McDonald's. Apparently, McDonald's comes out and says she never worked there. So guess what Trump does? He goes and he works at McDonald's for a day. Like, it's fucking genius. Like, it's a marketing genius shit. I don't know why they came out and said that, but it was insane. So you're just like... So it's like, then you give him a layup. Like, why would you do that? Like, it's all perception, because if you notice, like, they rarely even talk about policy. I mean, I think most political candidates don't really talk about policy, but to them it's all just about who's doing the dumb shit and you know, how can we accept someone like this? And then the other side responds, and it's just like, man, like, why don't you actually talk about the policy? Because I'm sure you can nail Trump on all his dumbass policies as well. I don't agree with any of his policies. So, but the thing is, does Trump even have policies? You see how I'm just dying and dying and dying. Like, fuck.
Obama had charm, unlike the following candidates. Death count 2.
I'm a death count is like 5, 7. It's like crazy. Like I said, I'm not like, I gotta be honest, I don't like the fact that they jam all these enemies, and like the way it's designed here. Like, look at this. This is, I'm telling you, in the base game, there's nothing like this, where they just throw enemies in a little, like, tight corridor like that. Like, that's more of, to me, like, that's more action-oriented. Yeah, I can go for the head. Like, the heads are easy headshots, but I gotta, like, look. Oh, they always say that. It'll never happen. Yeah, they always say that. It's like a virtue signal, to be honest. Yeah, what? Like, why would you bring? I get what they're trying to do, but it's like, it's not gonna work. You bring on Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Like, what? Like, what are you thinking? No, and the thing is, it's not like they're really not good people to put in front of a stadium. Like, they're not even charismatic people. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not a great example at all. I mean, if you're trying to combat Trump, I mean, this is what happens, right? When you start playing that game, then everybody starts pointing out your problems, and the other side will do the same, right? Oh shit! Let me see. Fuck! They cornered me. Fuck. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to get the light up here. Yeah, they're possessed. They're not like zombies. They're shadow, like people who were controlled by the dark presence. So the dark presence is like, so they're not like zombies. They're more like, you know, like in Evil Dead. It's like the Deadites. They're kind of like that, which I guess is like zombies, but not necessarily. Yeah, it's hard shooting them in like. I might have to go back and shit. There's a lot. There's way too much for giving me a little bit of ammo. Yeah, you could do that, but it's pointless because then I'm gonna just die. So I might as well just heal. There's way too many enemies in my opinion. Like there's like 4 or 5 of them that I just killed there. That's crazy. Oh shit. Oh, that was a perfect dodge. That was actually a perfect dodge. Fuck. Oh shit, he has a shadow on. I'm not getting the completed bump here. Okay. Ooh. I dodged way too late. Died. Yeah, they just listen. That's what I'm saying. If Trump wins, I'm not gonna be surprised. I know people are gonna lose their minds and all this stuff like that, but that's just it's a toss-up. It's like a dead heat. Anybody could win, and it's like the most of the areas where he needs to win, I wouldn't be surprised. And another thing too is they keep saying that like it's more split in terms of gender, where a lot of males are voting for Trump and a lot of women are voting for Kamala Harris, but a lot of men do not want to vote for Kamala Harris, and I'm not surprised at all because it's been mostly women-centric. Trump, I feel like, even though I would say it's more male-centric, it kind of also is going to get some of the type of women that wouldn't vote for Kamala Harris. But you definitely, for sure, majority of women would vote for Kamala Harris. I would say, yeah, maybe because she is a woman, but it's also just because of some of the things that she's saying, too. So, I don't know. Like, if that does happen, well, I mean, did you hear what she said? This is like another cringy clip. I don't get why they say, like, who is making them say this is what she said. There's a clip of her saying, I think everybody needs to be woke. You know, we could argue about who's the woker or the wokest, but everybody needs to be woke. And you're just like, listen, that is not a good marketing line whatsoever. Even if yes, it's good, everybody is aware of social problems, social injustices, the word woke has been tainted where now majority of people who hear that are just gonna be off-putted. So no, like that was not a good idea whatsoever. Well, I think they're going a little crazy. I mean, did you see, this is what I wanted to talk about. Okay, this has really nothing to do with the political stuff, but this was insane that this was on Twitter. Okay, and again, I don't frequent Twitter, but this was like a lot of people, all of a sudden in my recommendations, this is what people are talking about. Okay, so you know, Margot Robbie gave birth, right? She had a boy. Okay, these people on Twitter were saying she should have aborted her kid because it was a boy, and that the boy will never understand how great it is that their mother is Barbie, and therefore he should have been aborted. That's insane. The amount of insane shit where people were saying about this baby was disgusting, actually disgusting. Yeah, these people, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, these people are literally talking, it's not their kid. Even when they talk, if someone talks about their kid like that, that's also kind of sick too. You know, like no one, you know, like, it's just weird. Well, they want to feel like the victim, but they say they feel like justified in saying really horrendous stuff because they believe so strongly people are this or that, or it's like, what? Yeah, well, there's that too, yeah.
Cardi B is collecting the check, grinning, squinting face.
Well, there's a lot. The thing is, like, yeah, and this is something that I've been coming out of too. It's just like labeling all race is evil. It's like if you do that to the opposite, people are gonna call you a bigot. They're gonna call you a bigot. So it's like, why are we doing that to? Why can't we just say, hey, let's not generalize? You know, let's just not generalize.
Just abandoned us again, face with tears of joy.
Yeah, you could be racist. Listen, people could say, that's what I'm saying. The people on Twitter, they have these weird loopholes that make no sense. Yeah, they were saying, yeah, if you're not black, you shouldn't watch Black Panther. It's like the most insane shit people end up saying. You know, like I don't really understand some of these. Oh yeah, because women. Yeah, because a black woman directed it. It's like, it could have been a guy who directed it. No one was interested in the movie because, one, majority of the movie was meant for Marvel movies. Like, this is another thing too, right? This is what I mean, where I wish more people would kind of start to lean in the more center of things and start to realize there's a middle ground. There's not like these two extremes. You can... And I just completely forgot what I was going to say. But you can... Fuck, I actually forgot what I was going to say. But I actually forgot. In the mid-sentence, I forgot what I was going to say. Can you remind me? Someone remind me. What was I just saying? I'm sorry. Oh, the Marvels. Sorry, okay. With the Marvels, right? People took this approach where it was like, you're sexist if you didn't watch the Marvels. But the thing is, majority of the people who like Marvel movies are males, and the movie just didn't appeal to males. Yeah, it has nothing to do with their women. It's just the movie did not appeal to males. That's who your core demographic. Yeah, they say, and then they say this stuff, and it's like, no, why don't... I'm sure people would have paid to see a Captain Marvel 2 if it was more male-centric and it was more interesting than whatever we got. And it was actually compelling. Yeah, I know that's controversial. That's going to make people scream and pull out their hair, but that was the truth. Right? I mean... Yeah, so it's like people take out all these crazy approaches on these things and they label you all these labels, and it's like over a movie. It's like, dude, like, what are we talking about here? Like, when it comes to like actual pressing issues, you could say that stuff, but for a movie, for a Marvel movie, like, people are losing it. Well, yeah, a lot of them are, no, I think a lot of them are young and educated. That's my take on it, because they're educated and they're more aware of a lot of issues. And I'm not saying that all these issues don't exist, but I think the problem is they start applying it to everything. You know, the problem is sexist is in these comic book movies. And so we need to, and you're like, you know, I don't mind seeing more diversity and stuff, but it needs to actually make sense for the story. That's why Black Panther was successful. It's not because it was just, oh, he's a black superhero. It's like, no, it was appealing to everyone, and he's also a black character. No, I don't have I don't have a problem with race bending. I don't have a problem with, I really don't even have a problem with gender bending, unless, again, it's core to the character. That's a different story. You can't change Black Panther to being white, because, again, that takes away from the character. Him being black is important. Yeah, they would, yeah, people would be outraged if, yeah, but that's what but the thing is, race bending, they're not gonna, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Being black is core to the character. Why would you race bend him? They don't race bend characters who their race is core to their character. They wouldn't do it. Well, Nick Fury, I mean, that's the thing. That maybe be the one example, but the thing is, Nick Fury was black in the Ultimate Universe, and so they were like, oh, the drawing looked like Samuel L. Jackson, and that's the reason why they got him. That was really it. For all we know, if that never happened, there could have been a white Nick Fury in the MCU, because that was the most well-known. But no one was really complaining because it's Samuel L. Jackson. No one was going to complain. Yeah, that wasn't prominent at all. So that wasn't a big deal. But like, and the thing is, it's like, if I was to come out and say this, people would say all different types of stuff. But the thing is, I'm not in favor of really any side, in my opinion, right? I have ideas that kind of borrow from both sides a little bit. That's why I would say I'm more in the middle, and I'm more of a center person in all reality, because I don't, at least on some of this, like, more, I say this more culture war shit. Like, this is not really my political stance on stuff. But when it comes to the stuff I see on social media, I think a lot of people, I think people are very stubborn. They don't want to listen to other people's opinions because they believe that they're sexist, they're racist, they're whatever. And instead of it just being like, let's just hear them out and see what issues there are. Yeah, and they can't be wrong. Right, yeah, I think that's a massive problem. So, okay, this game, are you for real? Like, you guys are seeing this, right? They're throwing enemies again at me. This is not what the game, like... Oh, shit. Yeah, and everybody starts canceling me for saying my opinion. Oh, I left the chat? What's going on here? Did I, is this stream still going? What's going on? Yeah, my stream is still going. Yeah, it's still going. I don't know what they're talking about here. It says, where's Blinded? Blinded left the chat. Michelle Obama was spamming something before. Hold on. What else do I want to talk about before I go? Because it's like 12. Well, I'll stay on for a little bit. What just happened? I think maybe... Mic just go out? Well, it... Not on Restream, on my YouTube channel. Not on Restream. No, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Did Blinded leave?
I think they're trolling me. He said respond to us. Bro, we can. I can hear it. I can hear it. You have me muted if you can't hear me, because I literally just pulled up my own stream on my laptop and I heard myself speak, so yeah. I think they're trolling. I just died again. No, he says we have an Anna I don't even know who that person is. Then he says, Quanzium, can you hear me? Okay. Oh my god, I forgot. You see, it's gonna reset me, so it's like, man, oh man. Okay, did I? Okay, nope, nope, nope. I think they are trolling me. But what else? So what else was on the docket here? Ah, shit. Let me just get this guy. I can't believe I should have saved. Oh, they're like trolling and stuff, saying that I got canceled. YouTube's taking me down.
He's not responding to the chat. He's betraying us.
Betraying you? Betraying you what? I ain't doing shit. I get what they're trolling. I thought there was something else I wanted to talk about. I talked about the Margot Robbie shit. That was insane. Review Tech USA. I've been, you know, because I haven't been streaming, so Review Tech USA has been losing his mind. He's been losing his mind. I think they're who's streaming about him? I think Camelot streamed about him. Oh, he's streaming. He's streaming right now.
You should tax them enough.
Yeah, but is there good shit going on? Because I don't think Rich is streaming. No, he changed it. It's not about Rich anymore. It was supposed to be about Rich, and then he I don't know, he took it down. I can't watch the clip. Can't watch the clip.
Already watched it.
Right. I mean, that I don't even really care that much about, because I feel like it's all scripted at some point, but... Oh, Cardi B's the one who did that. Oh, well, I mean, she's not even a professional speaker, so, like, I don't know. She could sing. I mean, she could also be lip singing for all we know too. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Some answering to do. Why Blinded involved with rapist?
With, excuse me? What did he just type in the chat? With what? Just type in the chat. Yeah, that was me. Hold on. So, dude, why is it involved with Ray Piss? Well, I'm not involved with Ray.
That's for sure.
I don't know who Ray is. I'm not involved. I don't know who the hell that is. I have no clue. What's this here? Ryan Reynolds writing non-Marvel projects to reunite with Hugh Jackman and director... Oh, that's what you're joking about? Okay, I didn't see that part because it was cut off. I didn't... Okay. What do we got here? And then it says, I have no clue. We have no clue who Ray is, and we're not going to acknowledge him further. But okay, here, look at what this says. Ray is not Ray Piss, okay? So here it says the substance does equal to Joker Foulée à Deux. on VOD. That's bad, eh? When a more independent movie is outshining a big movie. Mind you, The Substance has been on VOD for quite some time now, so that's just pathetic. That's just pathetic. Like, this movie, Joker's downfall needs to be studied. You know, in all honesty. Yeah, the making of a full dud. Yeah, at this point. What else we got here? I'm on my Reddit. So, oh yeah, the PS5 Pro unboxing, the specs came out. I mean, it's whatever. I don't care. Man. Michelle Obama might be a maybe I shouldn't say that on stream. A flagger. There's a more harsh word for that, and I'm not gonna say it. What? What's like? You've been seeing Jarbo a lot on. I saw yesterday. I pulled up Little Movie Perp stream, and I saw Jarbo and RJ. I saw Degrassi was in the comment or in the chat. Well, Senior Nerd. I don't, I ain't gonna talk about him, but yeah, they were talking about something. I didn't stay long. I just looked. I didn't even type in anything. I mean, does Jarbo even make videos anymore? Does he post live streams? Isn't that his main channel? That's the Mundane Matt channel. No, I haven't really been keeping up with him. There's certain people I don't really. Actually, you know what? You might as well, because it's like I keep dying at this part. I don't know how long I'm gonna be stuck on this part, to be honest. I mean, I'm a little. I have to be honest. I played a ton of Alan Wake. I had no problems with the difficulty. I'm on normal. The difficulty, like, it's really just they're shoving way too many enemies into. And I think I had this problem. Well, no, this is the DLC. So I'm only now playing this. I beat the other DLC. The other DLC was more action focused, but they gave you ammo. They gave you a lot of ammo. No, but I'm telling you right here, like, it's not. Their ammo conservation is not very good. I'm sure if I walk around here, there's probably ammo too. But yeah, I've been stuck on this part for a very long time. Well, I can't run because this part is blocked off. I gotta unblock it. But the thing is, when I unblock it, there's more enemies. So it's either I just like straight up avoid the enemies, which I guess at this rate I'm gonna have to. But it is annoying. Like, see, look. So when yeah, but now I need a save point. Well, yeah, if you see, there's a lot of enemies. There's way too many enemies. I gotta be honest, I don't. Oh shit, I'm going into the elevator. I gotta be honest, I don't like the fact that. Oh shit. I just fucking died. Well, they're spawning a lot of enemies there. And I wasted up my ammo or my health. They haven't really given me health, even when I was the last part. So I gotta be honest, I'm not. I gotta be honest. I did hear, like, the only part I was excited for this DLC. Okay, they did give me health now. Yeah, I know what to do. It's just that I'm stuck because of the enemies. Shit, I just missed one right there. He almost hit me there. That was crazy. Shit. Like, in all reality, I really should be going back. Because I'm trying to look for a save point. Because it's just like, man, there's like way too many enemies. Okay, I got to the elevator. But yeah, there's way too many, I don't know why they designed it like that. That's not, in my opinion, that wasn't very good. So now I think I could go down here.
Denied.
Well, I got the key card though.
Denied.
Okay, I gotta go to the 3rd floor then. Yeah. There's a save point, the 3rd floor. No, he didn't get in. Okay, there was a save point. Yeah, I just really had to avoid them, but I wasted so much shit in the process. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to avoid them, but I believe there's gonna be enemies here, I bet. Or no, there isn't. Okay, I'm trying to get to... There's all this shit beeping and shit. Oh shit, what the fuck? No, no. It looks similar, but it's not. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that.
Jules' team has found new pages
Thesis.
written by Rake. Must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. It's bullshit, but definitely methodology cannot produce results before mine.
Yeah, okay, so there was really nothing in here. I thought there would have been something in here I needed. Okay, I'll go to another door. Yeah, I got the key card already. Ah, shit, okay, so I went in here before, but... Nah, I had to skip it. All the... Because I'm behind. And on top of that too, I'm not really like before with the Silent Hill stream. I did like streaming it because it felt like I was still like engaged with the story. But here I'm more like talking, and I'm not very focused on the game because it's been a while. So this is just kind of like to help me just warm up.
Water drip from the ceiling.
Oh shit, we got Alan talking here.
Folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some are thin, some thick.
Okay. Just looking to see if there's ammo, or I guess not. I don't even know where. I guess I gotta go back upstairs then, because there's nothing really here for me. Maybe the 2nd floor, because I'm trying to get a key card for the 2 bottom floors. Oh shit! I haven't encountered these guys yet. Can I kill them? Oh shit! Okay. I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna book it. There's like 2 of them. Shit. I don't know if I can't beat them, but I'll go back here. Yeah, I didn't really play a lot of this. To be honest, I might have to come back to this because I don't know. I kind of like... Oh shit, someone's shooting up the place. What the fuck was that? Oh shit, what the fuck?
You fucking bastard.
He looked like he shot up everybody here.
Jules Marmont. killed my team.
Oh shit, he killed
He
them.
was taken by the shadow. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was like, yo, where did those shots? Yeah, that gun. That's what I needed, the gun. I think I'm gonna end it here, to be honest, because yeah, I really would. Unless there was one more thing I want to talk about, but I don't think so. I think I got everything I wanted to say. There was some stuff, I guess, from last week that I didn't get a chance to talk about, but I don't even remember what those things would be, so. Yeah, I do want to do it. It's just, well, I have the time to sit there and see everything unfold, the madness, the craziness. Because, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I just, like, the thing is, when you go, if you type in elections, polls, like you go here, right? Okay, this is CBS, CBS. Yeah, I know. CBS. This is one of the top results. Rally. Okay, this is just an update. I'm not seeing. Yeah, that happens with all elections, because I worked at the elections. I worked as our elections. I worked as all the positions. I even worked as a supervisor. Man, the thing is, I really wouldn't. Some of the stuff that I would talk about, I guess I can. Nobody's here is really watching, but like I couldn't really say the stuff in front of like tens of other people, because people would definitely get offended, because I notice people are very reckless of how they vote. Very reckless. Very reckless. They don't know who they're going to vote for. They don't know the candidates. They don't know their names. They don't know the parties. It's really bad. Well, they come in and, the last time, what was the last time? The last time it was, they used to say, well, yeah, in Canada, well, what party is Doug Ford? What party is Doug Ford? And you're just like, if you don't know the party of what Doug Ford is, like, I don't know what to say, right? Like, so it's like they're. Yeah, and I had some actually, you know what? I have some crazy election stories with voters coming in. One voter told me to go fuck myself. Crazy shit people do at the polls, man. One guy, okay, I'll tell you this one story. So then I'll leave, right? Okay, so it was the federal election 2021, right? So I was a supervisor, and some guy comes up to me and he's like, why the fuck did you remove the People's Party from the ballot? And I'm like, okay, first off, buddy, if you're coming in to vote for that party, then you should be aware of the news that the party dropped out. They're not in this writing anymore, right? So I'm thinking, I didn't say that to him, but I'm like, this is what I said. I said, sorry, sir, but that person dropped out. And he was like, you're fucking lying. You're trying to prevent me from not voting. And I'm like, you want proof? And I showed him the news. I'm like, this candidate in our riding for that party dropped out. They dropped out last minute. It was on the news. Here it is. Here's the proof. That's made up. You made that shit right now. Started freaking out, losing his fucking mind. He's like, you guys are good for nothing. And I was just like, dude, just get the fuck out of here. Just leave, dude. And he left. But that's the kind of crazy people that show up at the polls. It's like they're not there to vote. They're not there to vote. I'm being honest. They're there to come in and basically just kind of like put their opinion out there that they don't agree with the consensus. Good for you, buddy. You're anti-mainstream. That's good for you. We don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm working. Well, yeah, that's what you know, when I would work there, I would always tell some of my coworkers, I'm like, this is insane that there's people who show up here and I'm not talking one or two or even 10 people. I'm talking 50, 100 people who would come in that I would serve, and they don't know who to vote for. It's a staggering amount of people who don't know the parties. They don't know what the platform is. Some people come up to me and ask me who I vote for, and I tell them that's against the rules. I can't say that. I can't do anything. You have to. That's why you came to vote. You had your opinion. Yeah, it's private. Some people, I mean, they're not so private. But one guy, I remember because this was another controversy with the U.S. The brand who is the person who prints the ballots, it's the same brand as the U.S. So in the U.S., the last election, there was this controversy that this company was rigging the votes, right? It wasn't true, though. It wasn't true at all. Yeah, and so that was a conspiracy that they put out there. Oh, really? Okay, I need to watch that. I'm kind of curious. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, that whole election thing, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, there was the thing is, like, oh, I have a story about someone committing election fraud. I have that story. This is what happened, right? So, this guy, he comes in, and the thing is, I'm looking through, because this is like the federal election in Canada. I'm not sure if you remember this or if you know this, but the federal government, for whatever reason, doesn't want to have our voting on computers. So we have to do everything manually. And so you need actually two people to register someone to vote, right? So basically I was the one who is recording the vote, like basically approving it. I have to write my signature on the vote, and I have to then, you know, the person then gives it to the person who's going to put it into the tally, and it tallies it up, right? So yeah, it's dumb. The other levels of government, all you got to do is bring in your card, scan it, you type it on your laptop, and you send it in, confirm their vote, and then all they do is go to the tally machine, and that's it. But this one, you actually have to look up the person's name in this massive book, right? Like, this book is massive. It's basically everybody in the writing. So you look through, you find their name, you cross them out, right? So me and my partner, we're doing this, right? We're crossing out the guy's name, and then we're like, wait a minute. This guy, he came to our poll because he's crossed out. And I look at the guy, and then I'm like, holy shit, I recognize this guy. I'm like, I know this guy. I'm like, dude, you were just here this morning. He's like, no. He's like, no. It's like, that's my father. I'm like, your father? So you guys look the same and you guys dress the same. No, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, dude, you were here. And so there's a way where we can confirm it beyond just the thing, right? The guy was coming in to vote again. So I told this dude, I'm like, dude, you're committing election fraud. You do realize you can go to jail. You can be fined. He's like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. And then I told him, I said, you know what? I'm going to call the cops right now. Dude, the guy made a scene. He made a scene. He said, I'm not going to jail. He started screaming. He started losing his fucking mind right in front of me, in front of a ton of people. Then my supervisor came over and he was like, you're right. This guy's committed election fraud. We can call the police if we wanted to, and you could be charged. The guy ran out of the poll. The guy ran, he bolted out, pushed a bunch of people, left. Dude, I'm telling you, these people who show up at the elections, they're crazy. They're crazy people. Yeah, the exact same clothing. He didn't even try. And he knew he was fucking guilty. He was trying to come in, and the thing is, ain't blind to fraud. Yeah, I ain't pulling the tricks with these motherfuckers. They're frauds, bro. Like, the guy was so brazen enough. And I think he thought he was slick because it's like, we're working like 13 hours. Like, you do get to like blur of like what's going on. And so I don't know what the guy was actually thinking, to be honest. I really don't know what he was thinking. And it's like, we had the evidence, he voted and all this stuff. I'm about to sign out, Red. I just wanted to tell this one story because it was crazy. But yeah, like, I don't.
He's slimy, not slick.
Yeah, he's slimy. He's not slick. Yeah, like some of these dudes, they come on and they come to the poll and they think they're slick. They're not slick. They're not slick. There's at least a couple of other stories, like, you know, we would get into arguments with the voters, things like that, because they would say, like, you know, they have all these like crazy expectations, and you're just like, this is a voting station. What do you think this is, right? I remember this one lady was cussing off one of my coworkers, and it was just insane. It was like, it wasn't even over the ballot or anything. It was just like, my coworker looked at her in a way where she was like,
You ain't cheating, then you ain't trying.
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Strong.
But this lady was like, I'm telling you, there's all these crazy people, crazy scenarios. People committing fraud, people coming in doing some just dumb shit. I kind of wish I was American, because I would love to work at a poll, because I bet it was just as crazy. It's just as crazy, man. Like, politics and elections, man, it brings out some of the most craziest people, most bashing, you know, people who are just ready to just, you know, if we were in, I mean, I bet someone has shot up an election poll. I'm sorry to say it, I bet that's the case. I don't know when, what year, but I wouldn't be surprised, because people just, it's not even, I hope it doesn't, but yeah, it could, because like, people just have like these weird expectations of other people. Like, people just feel like, and I also think too, that's the media too. Nowadays is more the media trying to push that sentiment. Mickey Rourke, I have no clue. Review Tech USA tomorrow. Like, in all honesty, if I don't stream tomorrow, it's because Review Tech USA is having a meltdown. Review Tech USA has, anytime like there's political like stuff, dude has like the biggest meltdowns. Like, most batshit insane meltdowns. Seriously, go look up him when January 6th was happening. The dude was like, if you guys want me to talk about the PS5 Pro, unsubscribe to my channel. You guys are fucking pieces of shit, and go fuck it. The dude was losing his fucking mind. It's like, bro, this is a stream about the PS5. What's going on? But yeah, I don't, well, he also had the January, I guess it was like the January 6th thing also happened at the same time while it was going on, so he might have changed the name. But it was like, people were like, hey, Rich, like, you know, not everybody is involved with this or endorses this. And he was like, you guys can go fuck yourself, unsubscribe, blah blah blah. Well, he has a lot of American viewers. It's like, why would you say all this stuff and offend them? And I think he lost like 1,000 subs that day, which isn't a lot in comparison, but that's a lot of people to unsubscribe in one day, you know, because of your streams. Like, practically he gets 1,000 people watching him at one time, you know. So that's crazy. I mean, his downfall, it's only just beginning. I don't know if you guys know this. I want to, one little point before I go, okay? Review Tech USA, like, there's all these allegations of him cheating on his wife. Apparently his ex or he doesn't have a wife, his fiance, his ex-fiance says he's a deadbeat dad, all types of crazy shit about Review Tech USA. Like, this drama is getting to a point where Review Tech USA is sitting there on streams talking about how he's gonna kill himself. Rich, what is going on? Like, and then he's saying one of his mistress that was on LolCal Live is a 403, and that she wants his money. I can't say that word. I think I will get in trouble. Yeah, he's like, but look at what to Rich. Oh my God! Look at all. He's not even. Well, you should see what is going on. Look at LolCal Live, which, by the way, I love the opening of when they're like the AI music. Oh my God. What's the comments they're saying? Listen to this. Michelle Obama.
Yep.
A chat GBT eulogy. That's one of the most craziest things I've ever heard in my life. But Richard Masucci or whatever, Masucci, like him having the mistress or the girlfriend who he keeps alleging is not his girlfriend, even though she was gonna come and live in his house, and then he's sitting there talking about how she's a prostitute and how she's dirty and all this stuff like that, and you're like, buddy, you were just texting her just like not even an hour ago. Like, what are you talking about? Well, it's not a mistress because he doesn't even have a fiance anymore, so how is it a mistress? It's his girlfriend. But the reason why they say it's a mistress. Will Review Tech Nigeria appear? At this point, yeah, but that's why they're saying it's a mistress, because this girl he's been talking with since 2008. 2008. So before he even had kids, he's been talking to this woman, and I remember this woman too because she's a YouTuber. She was like, and I only remember her because of Rich. Rich basically said, go check out this video that she made that was basically sort of like showing that one of his trolls went to an extreme degree in doxing Rich. And also, I don't even know what Michelle Obama's even saying. Hold on, I need to see this. Says we're an Olympic event for all high meltdowns. Rich would take gold, silver, and bronze. Well, still, I mean, that's 100% ChatGPT, but while still maintaining to complain about the judging. Yeah, the Betty Boop. I'm guessing this is ChatGPT. The meltdown heard around the internet October 2024. Richard's life took a turn for the dramatic when his ex-girlfriend Becky Boop. It's not even his ex-girlfriend, it's his current girlfriend. That's the part that's funny. And she goes on there, roasts him, then he's on stream calling her, and his hands are shaking, and he's like, why did you lie? He's like, I know you were a prostitute on the back ends, or whatever that site was. This site is gone now. I forget what it was, Backpages or whatever. He's like, it's like a super old site. Like, it used to be for, you could sell stuff on there. It's kind of like like how Facebook has like Marketplace. You know what Facebook Marketplace is? It's like you could like sell things and then online, and then people come and pick it up and you do a trade, like stuff like that. So in other words, she was getting money from dudes to have sex with. Okay, and Rich is telling everybody this on stream. He's sitting there roasting her, calling all these nasty things. Meanwhile, he was talking to her, telling her, sending her DMs, talking about how much he loves her. This is Rich of Review Tech USA. This guy is a slimy bastard. Oh holy shit, like, just weird, man.
When fans thought things couldn't get any weirder,
Rich deleted his, yeah.
with over 1 million subscribers. This act left both fans and
Yeah.
critics in disbelief like watching
We're gonna end it, guys. Alright, Aaron's gonna go. No more Review Tech USA for tonight. Tomorrow, we shall see what Rich says. I'm invested. You know, this is, you know, the Penguin. We got the Penguin, and then we got the Review Tech drama. You know, that's my entertainment while I try to figure this shit out. Yeah, I could have power. Michelle Obama, I'm about to hit the power button on this. It's sad we didn't get through this, but okay. Good night, guys. It's been 2 hours. Good night. Goodbye.
Today, Review Tech USA has morphed into something resembling an unhinged talk show.
Oh my